Good morning, humanity. Guess what time it is? It's 10 a.m. in Tucson, Arizona, and it's one of your most wonderful parts of your week because it's Mondays with Bev and Paul. And hi, everybody. My name's Paul.
Good morning. This is Bev.
Yes, sirree. Boy, I really like playing up this day, don't
Yes, you do.
I? Actually, what I'm saying is my favorite time of the week. And if it's my favorite time, it must be your
it's
favorite time because
it's
we're just
oh it
one on the planet.
yeah, I look so forward to this for the other 6 days.
All right. Am I recording? I am. Hello, everybody. We are going to talk a little about why choose BioTouch, especially during this time where we have a lot of fear, anxiety, stress. We just did a webinar on it. You know, we can't talk enough about it. So we're gonna
Yep.
we're gonna talk a little more about it, and we'll share some more on how to do BioTouch. So if you have any questions you'd like us to address, we already have Sandy Knight with us. Good morning,
Good
BioTouch
morning,
family.
Sandy.
So yeah, if you have questions, post them on our chat there. I can read that nowadays, and we'll try to get to all the great questions that you have. But first of all, we want to tell you all we had our Parkinson's disease workshop online. It was awesome. I'll tell you, it was awesome. I mean, I had it all set up and the pictures, and I was there while we were teaching the points. And what was awesome about it was the ability to go globally now. And we don't just have to have people who are locally be presenters now. I mean, the way I figured out how to do this, we can have people around the world who are experts in the fields of what we're going to talk about meet us online here and teach the points. I mean, it was just an awesome experience. But this particular one, folks, Steve Liu from Tucson, Arizona, who is a licensed acupuncturist and specializes in Parkinson's disease, gave us some great information. I mean,
Yeah.
he had some books. I've actually ordered a couple of the books on how the brain can change the body and how the gut, the whole diet and the gut brain connection. And he was great. I was. So that's posted, folks. If you haven't gotten the email, you can go to our website, justtouch.com. Up in the top, there's a little thing that says health conditions, and a drop down menu comes up, and look for Parkinson's. Click on it, and it's there the whole presentation and the teaching of the points. So it was great.
It was.
So, all right, let's talk about why choose BioTouch. We just spent 45 minutes talking about it. Now I don't know what to say.
I do.
go,
Imagine.
go for it.
Well, the first thing that comes to mind, this is a duh. Humanity is in a time of crisis. We all acknowledge that. We're all experiencing that. But, we've said it before and it's been around forever. The flip side of crisis is what? Opportunity.
Opportunity.
And what is this an opportunity for? It's an opportunity for change, which has been mulling around, percolating for some time.
Yeah, just a few years.
Yeah, just a few years. Our language has started to change for a few years, right? So it was already an underlying, things were being stimulated. Well, here we are, full blown out crisis. And sometimes I'll just say, if we're not aware enough to make those conscious changes, then we're going to be forced into that. And here's the whole of humanity, one of the great life forms on this planet. So here we are, and because it's time for a change, and this always brings you and I to why choose BioTouch.
Yeah.
And we've been having these conversations for a while, and I'm just going to reiterate: change is what happens in our consciousness, in our awareness, at the level of our awareness, when we begin to practice BioTouch. Because I'm I'm a firm believer that those two fingers on the skin, lightly touching, it's like it's a charge, it's a stimulation that goes to the cellular level in the body.
That's interesting. That's what Steve was talking about with the Parkinson's. The whole new buzzword is light therapy instead of energy medicine. Light photo light therapies, and he actually talked about in the fingers that there's light coming out.
Right.
So
Oh,
yeah. So
I
you're talking about bringing that light
well,
into the
and if
cellular
you look,
chain.
yeah, if you look at the ancient teachings that have been held for us forever and ever, we are told we are light beings,
Yeah.
right?
And
We have the light in us.
if you see all these pictures of, it doesn't matter whether it's the Buddhas or the Jesus, they all have, most of these pictures have these fingers actually sitting up there and this light coming
Yeah,
around it and the lights
a
around
light
us. And
around the head.
I mean, it's sort of like, oh, is that what they meant? BioTouch? But I think,
Yeah,
for you and I, we've been trying for probably more than half of our life to wake up, to be self-aware, and that's why we got involved in BioTouch because one of the things that stimulated this talk today was seeing a post of choose love and hope, and then it went on, instead of the fear and the conflict, and I was like, it's not about this or. And what we like about BioTouch is a way to choose love and hope and put it into action without being in conflict of giving up the fear or the stress or the anxiety. And so I was talking with Jenny today how what's wonderful about BioTouch is, you know, we choose to eat breakfast. We choose what color socks we're going to wear, how our hair is going to. We make a lot of choices in our day, and this crisis, as you said, gives us that opportunity to choose BioTouch as an expression of that love. And then that just wipes out all the negativity. You can't wipe out negativity with that conscious mind. I can't think about, oh, I don't want negativity. But BioTouch is that positive, loving, hopeful touch that I can do watching, I don't care if it's CNN or Fox News or whatever news you watch or whatever TV station you watch. BioTouch just sort of overrides that whole thing.
yeah. Let's just say it like it is. You can't choose love. Love is, we've said it before, our innate nature is love. So we're not choosing
Right,
love.
right.
What we're
That which we already
choosing,
are, right.
yeah, right. So what we're choosing now is a different way to potentialize what we already are, because we haven't done that, evidently, because
Right.
we're in a mess, and now we're in a mess.
Right.
So it's not about choosing love, it's about expressing what we already are. And I know that BioTouch has been given to humanity as a path to that awareness that we are love. That's really what's happening here. That's why you and I continue to just spew out the same stuff all the time, because that's what our personalities require, reiteration. But when you do begin to practice BioTouch, and let's talk about that, the daily rhythm of our lives, because this is where everything begins. We have been saying, you've been holding for a very long time. I've been saying it with you. We change at the very rudimentary place in ourselves. BioTouch opens that door. We've talked about it many times. It begins to change the very structure in our lives. And we begin by practicing it on a consistent basis. This is anything consistently held is going to become a fact.
Right.
Certain things that humanity has held together for a very long time becomes crystallized fact. Well, sometimes it's not such a good thing. Well, when you choose to use BioTouch in your daily rhythm, in your daily life, all kinds of amazing things begin to happen. We become more and more what we already are. We become beings of light, beings of love. This is what's being asked. And on the other side of this, that's the choice that we have. That's it. And
Right.
BioTouch is a gift in that regard for all of us.
So we're just trying to remind us all that in the same sense, again, how we choose what we're going to wear, how we choose what we're going to eat, folks, we have really nothing else to do except change some of the rhythms of our life, change some of the things that we choose to do on a daily level, because we're stuck home, I mean, and we're stuck with family, and we're stuck, we can't escape it any longer. I can't have these distractions that I used to have. I mean, that's the one thing I've been realizing through this whole thing is how my life is such a distraction from who I really am, from that healing, innate healing ability within myself. And BioTouch truly is a high ideal that we can all practice and notice results. And we don't know what those results are. We're not saying, please understand, we're not saying we cure viruses or we protect you from viruses. We don't claim that at all, but we do know changes happen in the deepest seat of consciousness. And let's just take a moment again to show you the stress chart. Again, all these things on the upper part of that chart are all the stressors in our life, and we can put a number one right now. Coronavirus, COVID-19, creates chronic stress in our life. And we watch the TV, and we watch now they got the numbers game. It's like a baseball game. How many people around the world, how many died? I mean, and that's always on the sidebar. And I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. And so that's what creates immune dysregulation, which opens us up to these viruses, and cortisol dysregulation. We're not getting good sleep patterns. And when you put, as Kenneth Stevenson found, BioTouch into that stress cycle, that chronic stress cycle, you improve the cortisol release, which improves your quality of life, and you increase interleukin 12, which improves your immune system responses. Does it get any better than that? Just with
Well,
a simple touch.
right. I think we're starting to see more and more the medical community is speaking. The key to it all is the immune system. When that's compromised, then dis-ease happens. And
Right.
all of those stressors in that upper part of that stress chart of Kenneth's are really probably the tip of the iceberg. Those are the ones that we can identify, but there's things that we're under fire in our daily lives moment to moment. It's no wonder that we're in a crisis.
Right. You almost said mess.
I did. Well, okay, mess. We're in a mess.
Yeah. So, and part of the positive things along with BioTouch that we're seeing is how the planet is cleaning up, and rivers are cleaning up, and waterways are cleaning up, and the ozone level is clean. The
But
air
we have to
quality
ask
is
why,
cleaning.
Paul.
Yeah.
Why?
Right. So just this whole crisis is creating a healing for all of us, and we just want to keep making BioTouch part of that. Go to justtouch.com, biotouchhealing.com. Call us, email us, come to our webinars, come to the classes. It's so easy to learn this. And one of the things we also want to teach along with this is how to do points. And I don't know what part of the planet you're living on, but over here in Tucson, Arizona, it is allergy season.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
The acacias are blooming with their flowers, and the mesquites have got these the yellow. I mean, pretty soon
Yeah.
it'll be real beautiful if you can see it with your eyes running and your nose clogged up and your scratchy throat, which of course then you're like, oh my God, do I have that? Do I have the virus?
Right.
Rest assured, if you're living in Tucson, you got scratchy throat from all the stuff that's blooming. So we thought we would teach them the sinus set today. Very simple set. Again, you can just do it at home because you ain't getting away from this one. Yeah, you can social distance all you want.
Right.
You can lock up your house. You can put on the fan and the air conditioner and try to filter it out. But I'll tell you, one sniff outside and you're going to get hit with pollen. So what a wonderful time. So let's teach the set for sinus here, folks.
The sinus set may be used to address any conditions affecting the sinuses. To begin step 1, first locate hold point X by following the bone right behind the ear down to its tip at the bottom of the skull and sliding the fingers back slightly. X is the flat area just behind the tip of the bone at the base of the skull. Step 1 is performed in crossfire, so hold at X on one side of the head and touch points 1 through 3 on the opposite side of the head. Point 1 is just above the eyebrow where the brow and nose meet. Point 2 is the most prominent point of the cheekbone below the outside corner of the eye. Point 3 is below the inside corner of the eye where the nose and the cheek meet. Now find hold point X on the other side of the head and again in crossfire touch point 1 just above the eyebrow where the brow and nose meet. Point 2, the most prominent point of the cheekbone below the outside corner of the eye. And point 3, just below the inside corner of the eye where the nose and cheek meet. Step 2. In matching fire, touch points 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3, and X and X.
You know, I'll tell you, there is a rhythm to that 6 to 8 second dance. Mm-hmm. It's a mantra, it's a chant, it's a meditation. It's like, just watch, and that's what happens doing BioTouch. It just puts us into a rhythm of just slowing down, let those fingers do the walking. Mm-hmm. And we have a little question here from Jennifer. She says, what is the biggest gift of this moment? And it's interesting, when I first saw that question, I thought, well, you are, Jennifer. The biggest gift of this moment is all of you out there. We're all part of humanity. We are the gift to this planet as human beings. And I mean, it makes me emotional right now.
Yeah.
And BioTouch was given to all of us to put us in a rhythm of love and hope. And so let's use that gift of one another. Share BioTouch with a family, a loved one. If they're not there with you, think of them, or think of them touching you. You know, let's use this gift that was given to us to help each other.
Very well said. Lovely.
You are too, Bev. Just loverly. So we want to thank you all for joining us. You got anything else, Bev?
No, I just want to wish everybody a glorious day, and we'll be seeing you.
See you all next week. Thanks. Keep on touching, folks.
If pain has got you down and you live in town, take a trip down to Pima Street. The people down there are people people who care. They will get you back on your feet. Put love into action. Put love into action. If you ever want to have any real satisfaction, choose love while you still can. Don't even try to understand. But healing grace in your own hands. Put love into action.